as a community can do better.
What do you want to tell your children about this moment?
We need reforms.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we stand together.
Everybody's here together, black, white, brown, everybody.
A platform for progress in our community.
We need to do a better job.
I want to show that we can be peaceful.
This is just as much our fight as it is yours.
Discussing the problems of racial inequality and solutions to combat discrimination in a conversation for change.
We'll be able to build on this.
I never in a million years thought I would embrace a cop like that.
From Wish TV, we stand together.
Well, there are two things that no other city has that leaders believe make Indianapolis the perfect place to work together: access to resources and accountability.
In tonight's We Stand Together, News 8's Alexis Rogers sat down with the head of one of the largest foundations in the country that is charging 10,000 Hoosiers to make a difference.
What can 160 years of experience teach you about the future? A lot. Especially when it comes to protecting what matters. At Pacific Life, we've helped people and businesses confidently embrace the future with life insurance, retirement income, and employee benefits. With strategies built on strength and trust, and a promise to be here for you today and tomorrow. Ask a financial professional how Pacific Life can help you today. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York. Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
Indianapolis is a vibrant city. There's a rhythm to it. That's the beat behind Central Indiana Community Foundation's method to intentional giving. It starts with understanding your why, the heart behind the pulse of the city we love so much. CICF works with hundreds of organizations and families in their efforts of giving back hundreds of millions of dollars to the community. Giving back comes with the responsibility of understanding the stories behind these faces. CICF's why for creating a plan they believe will dismantle racism in Indianapolis.
Gosh, talking about race a few years ago, there seemed to be like a sense of danger. I mean, people were some people were thrilled that someone's finally doing this. Other people were like, what the heck are you doing? A lot of people warned us. It's like, you don't know what you're getting into. And I have some black friends who told me, when you announced that at the stage, from the Bankers Life Fieldhouse on April 11th, we had 1,500 people. April 11th, 2019, we kind of went public with all the details. And some of my black friends said, you know what, we thought you were going to get fired. We thought within a year you would be gone and out of the community because you're bringing up something that people do not want to deal with. And at that event, we basically acknowledged that as the Central Indiana Community Foundation and the Indianapolis Foundation, we were 103 years old at the time, 104 years old now, and we've been a white power, white-led institution the entire time. And we've made a commitment to becoming an anti-racist, multicultural institution that's here for everybody.
What a responsibility that is, and with that responsibility, you all have been coming up with a plan to fight systemic racism all throughout the city. When did you all come up with this plan, and how has it pivoted since the deaths of people like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery?
Right, so we started this journey in 2015, and it's kind of a long story about what the catalysts were, but it's all based on data, national data, about who gets opportunity and how much opportunity, and this idea of the American dream, or this idea that no matter where you're born and under what circumstances, if you work hard and delay gratification and do the right things and approach life with discipline, that you can make it. And statistically, that's just not as true as it used to be. What we like to say is the American dream is like at a 110-year low. People aren't having the opportunity for upward mobility, for economic mobility. And in this community, what really shocked us was Indianapolis was rated 47th worst out of the 50 largest cities in America for upward mobility. So if you're born in poverty in this city and throughout America, the chances of climbing out of poverty into the upper echelons, even the upper 20%, are extremely low. And that's not the way it used to be. That's not what the American dream is. So that's where we started, but we found out pretty quickly that if we wanted equitable opportunity for all, we had to actually deal with racism and systemic racism, because on top of if you're born poor, if you're born black or Hispanic or Latino, or if you're Native American, the chances are even more challenging to have upward mobility because there's more barriers. There's systematic barriers to any kind of upward mobility. So now we really are looking at trying to dismantle systemic racism in central Indiana.
When we see the things that we've been seeing, especially within this last year, so many people's attention is now on things that you all have been fighting since 2015. How have you pivoted now to continue to make that effort relevant?
So I'd say the pivot is the work that we've been doing is still the work that we're doing, but we have to do it with even a greater sense of urgency, because if we don't make real inroads now, when will we? When the world is paying attention, when people's hearts are moved, when people really want to make a difference, you know, something else is going to happen eventually, and some people are going to start to drift. Because you know what? It's really hard work and it takes a long time, and people really need to stay with us. So our job is to be a constant catalyst to get people to stay with us. And we're going to try to create a movement of 10,000 people who commit to becoming anti-racist and commit to acts of equity. And we're going to do that on October 28th at a big event, which will be streamed all over town. We'll be doing it from the Madam Walker Theater stage, broadcasting live, but our audiences will be in front of their computers.
You know, where does Indianapolis go from here? What do we need in order for us to stand together? You know,
that's a great question, and I'm really optimistic, and we are changing individuals' lives through opportunity already, but systems take a long time to create and they take a long time to break down. But if there's any city in America that can do it, I think it's Indianapolis, because we work better together across sectors, from our government to our corporations to not-for-profits and philanthropy. We work really well together across those sectors. That's what it's going to take. We could become the most equitable, anti-racist city in America. We could do that.
Our We Stand Together series will continue next week on News 8 at 10.
And a reminder, you can also see all of our profiles online right now at wishtv.com.
From Wish TV, we stand together. Watch, read, listen, and be a part of the conversation online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Find more episodes of We Stand Together and other podcasts from Wish TV online anytime at allindianapodcastnetwork.com. allindianapodcastnetwork.com.